Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm VA Winter. I'm an indie author, beta reader, developmental editor in training, and I am currently working on my debut novel, Fire Witch. By the time this goes live, there will be a cover and the book will be on pre-order. That information will be linked down below, along with a blurb. That's basically what this vlog's going to be. I'm working on the cover. I will be this week finalising the blurb. I've kind of got a very short blurb, but I just need to make it better. So I'm going to be doing the blurb, and I'm also going to be getting the pre-order stuff set up. The book will be available wide, so it will be available at Amazon, Kobo, Google, Apple, lots of other little places. I'm not going into Kindle Unlimited because I read on a Kobo, so I feel like that would be pretty hypocritical of me to put my book in Kindle Unlimited, so it's exclusive to Amazon. The book is with the copy editor. She hasn't emailed me back and said, this is an absolute mess, you need to actually write the story properly yet. So I feel like that's positive. I made an interesting decision a while ago to try and design my own book cover. It is controversial and it is potentially a stupid idea. You will be able to see by now the cover that I've come up with, the final version, because it will be done. I'm going to show you in a minute the state of it at the moment. I took a course by Mandy Lynn, who is an author, an indie author and a cover designer. She does design covers for other people. She's kind of professional cover designer, and she has done a course on book cover design. So I designed it yesterday. I'm looking at it and thinking, I don't feel like it's bad. Like, considering it's my first attempt, and I'm trying to debate, I'm part of a private Facebook group as part of Publish and Thrive. And people do post their sort of covers, both drafts that they've received from designers as well as sort of covers that they've made themselves in there for sort of feedback. And I'm like, dare I? Do I? Like, my social anxiety is kicking in because I'm a lurker. It's what I do. I lurk. I don't interact because anxiety. I'm going to just show you the cover. That's it. That's what I've got so far. It's kind of got all the elements on that I want. I feel like it's coded as urban fantasy, which that is what the book is. I like the colouring of it. I didn't want to do, like, because a lot of urban fantasy, like people covers, like that's what this is, are like bluey purple. I didn't want to do that because the main character of the novel is, as the title suggests, she's a fire witch. The novel is very, like, colour-wise, it's very much fire tones. And so I feel like the sort of reddy, earthy, browny tones reflect the novel better than like bluey purple. I'm just not a bluey purple fan. I like it, but I look at it and I think, does it look professional? I don't know. It's really hard to judge your own work, which is why I'm thinking, like, post it in that Facebook group. We're going to try and work up to actually posting that today because I really need to get it done within the next few days and finalised. I'm just not sure it looks good enough. I'm just procrastinating. So I'm going to stop procrastinating and then try and, like, not feel too miserable about going back to work tomorrow. I just posted it. I need to be less socially anxious. Like, I just be a better human. Seriously. It's Wednesday evening. I've done a really bad job of vlogging. So, last clip, which was the first clip, was me saying, I'm trying to design my own cover. I'm still trying to design my own cover. However, I want to launch pre-order on Friday, which is 2 days away. And I posted the book cover design into the Facebook group, as I said I was going to. As I said I did. And the feedback was not great. A couple of people were just a bit rude, and there's really no need for that. But the feedback was basically, I think it just sort of made me think, do you know what, I've got a lot of learning to do to figure this out. And I don't think, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this on time. So there's a service called Get Covers, and they're relatively cheap. I'd considered them before, but I think I'd heard mixed things. Like, some people say brilliant, absolutely fantastic, especially for the price. Some people say you have to really know what you want. You have to give them very specific instructions. They're a subsidiary kind of company, I think, of Mibble Art. Mibble Art does more expensive covers, and I have heard relatively good things about them. But obviously, Get Covers apparently is like interns. I'm a little bit suspicious about how they're able to keep it so cheap, how they're able to do things like turn around a design in 24 hours, which is, spoiler alert, kind of what I've done. I just thought, you know what, let's just give it a go. So it cost me just over £30, and I've got the ebook cover and a paperback cover. Obviously the paperback isn't ready yet. Don't have the spine size yet because I don't have the final page count of the book. I've just had an email to say that the file is ready. I'm very nervous to look at it. I will pop up a image of what my cover currently looks like. Oh, I'll just show you. That is what the cover currently looks like. It's very similar. I've basically, I think I've made the colours more vibrant. I've made the model, the girl, bigger. I've adjusted the sort of glow around her, changed the fire, messed around a bit with the text placement of the girl. Actually got that little ledge at the bottom to be that sort of pinky colour instead of forgetting to put the colour overlay over the top of it. So that's currently what I'm working with. So that, I kind of experimented with taking the pinky off and but to get it bright, you kind of with that background, you end up with it very daylight, and I didn't want that. I experimented with this with a different model. I really like this fire, and I really like this, and I like the moodiness of it. Wasn't sure. And I also did this one, but the problem is I think the city background in this one looks quite sci-fi-ish, a little bit dystopian, so wasn't a huge fan of that either. So yeah, I'm kind of back to the original pinky coloured design. So that's an option. But we are now going to look at what get covers have come up with. Okay. 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 I'll show you. So this is what we have. I don't like the text. My name's fine. I don't like the title. I don't like that. I'm not sure what I don't like about it, but I don't like it. I think what I'm going to do is just email back and ask for an alteration on the text, because I don't like that orangey yellow text. I like the general colouring of it. I'm not sure how I feel. So I've got a Photoshop file. So I've got the source file because I just paid for the extra service because I thought I want the Photoshop file. I've got an Ingram Spark paperback cover. I've got a KDP paperback cover, and I've got the ebook cover, and they've got like a little 3D mock-up thing as well. I like the composition of theirs a lot better than probably mine. The colouring's probably better. I think if I can get the text right and make my piece with the expression on the model's face, it's an interesting experience because I see, I watch all those sort of author vlogs, and I see people get their covers and they're like, oh my God, this is... And I'm like, I haven't had that. I don't know, I was expecting a feeling of this is my book cover and feeling excited about it. I love the idea of owning that creative process of the cover. At the same time, I also understand and know it is a skill. So I'm going to put them side by side. You can definitely tell, one has been professionally designed and the other hasn't. I think that is something that is standing out to me a lot. I'm just not there, and it's really frustrating. I just wish I was automatically good at it. I should have started this process months ago. Basically, the thing that I've been telling myself all week is if I'd started this process 6 months ago and started to learn 6 months ago, maybe I would be at this level, but I only started 2 weeks ago. I suppose in other updates though, cover aside, I've written my blurb, I've written my author bio, I've done some research I've sort of chosen some categories for now. They may change, and some keywords. They may also change. I have no idea how I'm going to accomplish this by Friday. I'm having a really busy week at work. And obviously, as discussed, shit hit the fan last week. More shit is hitting the fan this week. Normally, I can do little bits here and there of whatever I'm doing. I've done outlines while I've been at work, especially as I'm wandering back and forth to the loo, making a cup of coffee, etc. Just sort of waiting for things to happen. I can normally get a bit done, but I haven't managed to do anything like that this week, which isn't helping anything. I think I'm getting there. I'm like, why do I do these things to myself? It's the end of the day, technically bedtime. Today, I got the revised cover file. I will put a picture of what it now looks like here, but that I think is the final cover. I'm more excited about this than I was when I opened it last night. I opened it at work, which is why I couldn't do the reaction, and I was too impatient to wait until I got home to have a look. I opened it at work and I was hit with a yes. Just instant yes. That's it. Just that simple change of the colour to the font was enough. So that's the cover. I think I finalised the blurb tonight. I've also set up a newsletter on MailerLite. That's been a whole process. I had to change some settings on my website to get my new author email address to work. This has been a whole saga. It's been a whole day of literally looking at stuff on computers and thinking I don't understand what's happening. The same thing happened in my day job. There's a new computer system, and spent 40 minutes with a couple of other people trying to figure out how something worked. So that was fun. We have a cover, we have a blurb, we have keywords, we have categories, we have a newsletter. I'm not sure it's entirely functional yet, but we'll fix that tomorrow, hopefully. I don't have like a welcome email or anything yet set to go out. I will figure it out as I go along. I haven't got the final files for the cover yet, so I literally just need the final files to come in, and then I can get everything uploaded, get everything sorted tomorrow. Tomorrow we hit pre-order. We have the final files. It's Friday night. This morning I just started setting up the pre-orders without the cover. I just put like a dummy cover in. But now we're doing the final files. I'm so tired. It's been such a long week. It feels like a year ago since Monday that I think I'm just like at a point of I just need to finish this, and then I can wake up tomorrow and actually do something else and think about something else. That will be nice. I'm working far too late tonight, but I am just doing the Instagram post for the cover reveal, kind of setting up the pre-order links. I didn't really have any feelings about it. It's kind of exciting, but doing this Instagram post, this is everything I've wanted to do for so long. Like last year I talked a lot about small steps. I was drafting. I was stuck in the dark drafting. That's how I felt. Like I was stuck in the dark drafting, endless drafting, trying to figure the story out. And doing this Instagram post, I have been looking forward to doing this Instagram post for so long. And it might not get any views. No one else may care, and that's fine. Because this is just for me, really, to be honest. This is just me looking at this and thinking, I am finally here. I finally feel like I'm at the proper beginning of making this world mine, making this world real, making this career real. The pre-order link's are live, I think. Google Play is a bit weird. Not sure what's going on with Google Play. It's live on Amazon. It's live on Kobo, I think. And I've put it on Drafted Digital, so I'm direct with Amazon, direct with Kobo, direct with Google Play because you have to be, and then I'm in Drafted Digital for everything else. So exciting. It's so exciting. So I am actually going to stop talking about this, but I was just thinking to myself, I'm almost at the point where I've made a whole book. I've made a whole book, 13 weeks, and the copy edits will be done, the proofing will be done, the book will be out. In 13 weeks, I will be celebrating the book being literally out, published. And I just said the phrase to myself, I made a whole book. Almost. I will have made a whole book. It's really easy to look at whether they're trad or indie book authors, with 10, 15, 20 books out, sometimes more than that, especially in indie spaces, and feel like this is really insignificant. I'm publishing a book to a very, very, very small audience. It feels really small. But then I kind of think about people in my real life, like normal people, not writers, not authors. And I think they haven't written and edited and revised and gotten to this point of publishing a whole book, a novel. Something that so many people say, oh, I want to write a novel one day, and just never do. I've done it, almost. It's not insignificant, is the point. It's actually, regardless of sales or lack thereof, it's really a huge thing that I have persevered, stuck with, and gotten to this point of posting that Instagram post. It's the Instagram post that I keep coming back to. But it's really amazing that I've gotten that far and that I'm publishing a whole book. It's not insignificant, even though it feels like it when you're looking at people who are 10, 20 years down the line from where you are. I'm having a proud of myself moment, and I just thought I would record that. It's now Sunday. There's a wasp or something currently buzzing against the ceiling. The pre-order is now live, so links are down below. There is one pre-order link and it will take you to a universal link. The book is available on Amazon, Kobo, Apple, Google, several other places as well where you can get books. Links as I say, are all down below. They should be universal links, which means if you click the link and then you choose which retailer you want, it should take you to that retailer in your country. The link did post wrong when I posted on Friday night, and I checked Saturday morning. I had a broken link. I don't know how I managed it. So anyway, I fixed that yesterday morning. So there's a link on my website, there's a link on my link tree, which is linked obviously on my Instagram, my threads, etc. And I will put the link down below as well, in case anyone wants to check it out. It's been a wild ride this week. I've learned a lot, made some mistakes, moved on. And the next deadline, well, it's not a deadline, the next date sort of in the diary is, I think, sort of the beginning of July, maybe the second week in July, the copy edits are due back. That will obviously then kickstart the next part of the process for Firewitch. But what I'm going to do next week is go back to the outline for book 2. Been a few weeks of big steps, back to some small steps, but I feel like we're on a much more exciting path now than I was last year. I'm going to end this vlog here, so thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, there will be, as I said, the links to Firewitch, as well as my short story, A Touch of Glamour, editing services, all the rest of that stuff down below. Hopefully all the links work. Hit like if you like, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time with another video.